This update's something alright, but I'm not here to tell you what it is. I'm here to make you think about what it is. I'm here to tell you my thoughts on it and hopefully provide a different way to look at things. At the end, I will rate this update, but first I want to talk about some things. I mean, honestly, I'd like to make a series of videos like this called something like Let's Talk. That being said, let's talk. The topic, of course, is the Blood Money update, and I'll be going over what is, in my opinion, the good, the bad, and the ugly of this update, starting with the good. So when I started to form an opinion for this update, I wanted to ask myself some questions. What does this update provide to the game when looking at it as a whole? And did I enjoy this content? Is it good for money? So the missions for this update were actually pretty solid to me. I've been doing them on a new character, which is now level 45, and I strongly believe this update is actually great for the new player experience, which was really lacking before. I was able to farm gold at a very fast pace compared to before when you had to grind gold without a roll. This update has made that part way more enjoyable. The cash is good, the gold is good, and the EXP is good. This content has enough difficulty to be engaging to me, but it is also easy enough to be done solo by a new player. Sounds good to me. Did I enjoy this content? Yes, absolutely. I went on Twitch the day of the update and played for almost 5 hours. Took a break, ate some food, came back and played for another 2 or 3. Is this the most efficient grind? I highly doubt it. But it's not bad. It's fun, decent money. I've had a good time. And that's the goal of a game, right? To enjoy yourself. If there's more missions coming from the drip feed, which I do believe there are, my opinion of this update would only get better. The drip feed could make this update a lot better all around. And I haven't played it yet, but the nomination playlist looks like it has a lot of potential too. I'll be jumping into it and testing it out real soon. I may end up making a review for that too. The pamphlets at the fence for the ammo capacity upgrades that you might have missed in the previous Outlaw passes are kind of expensive, but they aren't going anywhere, so you don't have to rush to buy them. Overall, good choice by Rockstar. I'll be picking them up in the future. Something I'm curious about, is there going to be more content to come with the Quick Draw Club? Overall, the Quick Draw Club is lackluster, and I'll speak more on that in the next part. But I am happy that it is technically less expensive. Even if you have to buy it 4 times, I'm going to use that same 25 gold for all 4, making it less expensive. Now let's take a look at the bad, and there's definitely some lackluster parts of this update. So let's look at where they dropped the ball. There's no new clothing. Well, not counting the Outlaw Pass or Quick Draw Pass. I hate that name, by the way. We got, honestly, an ugly hat. I don't know if it's going to be a drip feed thing or what, but I would like to know. If it is, that's fantastic. But the fact that the people don't know is probably my main issue with this topic. It's just a bad look overall. The rewards this past didn't really excite me that much, and I would have liked them to increase the amount of EXP needed, so it would have felt like more of a big deal to me. Like right after you finish leveling, it was like, that's cool, I guess, yeah. The levels just didn't hold any weight. I didn't feel like I accomplished anything. So the Covington Emerald mission is good, but it's not enough. Even though I did enjoy it, I need more. I'd like that to be fixed, once again, by the drip feed. Also, the fact that enemies drop the Capitale, which I hate. Oh my god, I hate that. Why does this patch have so many terms I just don't like? But moving on, this really put emphasis on the bad sides of the looting animation, and I just hate it. Taking a look at the negative aspects of the money of this update, while this content is great money for the newer player, I will admit that it does fall short for veteran players. And another thing that was really disappointing to me, a lack of new guns and balance changes. But let's move on to the point I wanted to talk about the most, the ugly. A good portion of this is questions I want you to ask yourself and some realities we might have to accept. Starting out, I want you to consider something for me. If you haven't liked any of the previous updates and have zero faith in the game, why do you keep playing? And yes, to the person who's quickly commenting that they don't play the game anymore like it's something cool to do, we already know you don't play, you've told a lot of us. Now, if you enjoy watching the content, cool. But as a person who's playing the game and enjoying myself, it's weird to me that you don't play something else. I think you should at least consider taking a break maybe. Even as a content creator, I would say Rockstar doesn't make games I'd like to play as a main game. That's coming from someone who has close to 2,000 hours between RDO and GTA. It's something I've grown to accept. With GTA in mind, are you disappointed because your expectations are based off of GTA and Heist? Well, honestly, I'd love that type of content, but I'm not sure if it's ever even been said that we're gonna get GTA type Heist. If it is and you can link me to a source, I'd love that. Thanks in advance. There's also a point where you have to ask yourself, can you even enjoy this game anymore? You don't like the content, and you're kind of bitter towards Rockstar after a point, right? There's nothing wrong with it. I've been like that before in the past. Back when GTA first got explosive rounds, I stopped playing for almost a year. But that's enough questions for now. I have crashed more in the last 3 to 4 weeks than I have in the last 6 months. New ways to crash get introduced more to this game than content. That's terrible, that's pathetic. The frequency in which we're receiving content is almost intolerable. But that's also why I play games like Destiny 2. But let's move on to the last topic of this. I don't like to complain without providing a reasonable way I would like things to be changed or improved. So this is how I changed the update in small ways. Like, of course I want more content in the Crash less, that's simple. But I don't know how to fix that. That's just saying, Rockstar, fix your game. So I'd like the future Outlaw passes or Quick Draw passes to have more fun items, and to take more EXP to level up, so you could feel like you did something when you finished it. I would have preferred the lockboxes providing Capitale and not feeling like I should loot random NPCs. They could have given it to us at the end of the mission based off the amount of enemies we kill, between a number of 1 and 4, something like that, I don't know. If we're getting more missions and clothing from the drip feed, tell us that. Consumer confidence is the lowest it's ever been. And this issue could be resolved by maybe speaking out more and do the things that you say you're going to do. We shouldn't have a new wave of speculation videos every month. Let's just talk to us. I'd like new ability cards and new guns and a balance patch. Not even a big balance patch. It doesn't even have to be good. I just want to shake the meta up. I want a reason to speculate what guns I should use with what ability cards again. So I probably would have put this earlier in the video, but it hit me while recording this, so we're gonna put it here. Why are we acting like Rockstar ever gave us the entire update week 1? Legendary bounties, drip feed. Legendary animals, drip feed. Clothing, drip feed. But for right now, this is all I can think of. I'd give this update a 6 out of 10. The crashes and the time it took us to get this update is a big turnoff, but the content itself is solid in my opinion. Not outstanding, but solid. And if you made it this far, once again, thank you. If you enjoyed this and would like me to do more videos like this, maybe reviewing other past updates, let me know in the comments section. Also, give me your opinions on the update. Don't forget to comment and subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitch for live gameplay. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.